Billy Epler says there is no fire sale. Well, Max Scherzer is now a Ranger, and they got Acuna's brother who plays shortstop, and Bumbles is like, well, now you have Lindor, another 8 years with the Mets. You have Acuna plays shortstop, and I'm blanking on the third guy who's playing, is it Marinaccio? Who's the Mets prospect? Shortstop. He's also a shortstop. And Bumbles is like, well, it usually doesn't go well when you switch positions. I said, what about A-Rod? Well, he goes, there's only one A-Rod. And I go, well, and I was talking to Danny about that, you switch guys in positions. Guys play their positions. Guys come up, they're a catcher, they move him to first base. They make him a DH, they make him an outfielder. I think that this is something they could do that with. Yeah, what's it? Acuna, they got Parada. I mean, I guess, Ronnie Mauricio could be a star. That's another guy. Well, they're going to have to put him somewhere. And, now you got rid of Scherzer. Verlander if he pitches 140 innings or more in 2024, he has an option for $35 million that he gets in 2025. He's going to be 42 years old. Now, he's pitched well, 19 and a third innings, his last 3 starts, 10 hits, 2 runs. He's looked well. They gave him a big ovation in the Nationals game that they won yesterday. And he said it felt good. Will he stay? Will he go? And, what did I see? Alonso's perplexed that he was let go because he says there's no trade clause. And basically anyone, it's a strange feeling for sure that anyone would be traded. Well, of course they can. And, he hasn't been great this year. He's been up and down. 4 home runs his last start? Scherzer, 9 wins? He's 9-4? Is it 9-4, 9-5? With a 4.01 ERA, but he's been very inconsistent this year. Buck said he'll work through this stuff. He'll work through this stuff. I keep hearing he'll work through this stuff. He didn't. 9-4, 4.01 ERA. Yeah. What did you expect? I said this to Bumbles. I said, listen, Cohen, very smart business, top of the field, top of the charts. He doesn't know baseball. He's a fan. It's a lot different being a fan and owning a team, spending all the money on guys that, you got 2 40-year-old, he's 39, a 39 and a 4-year-old pitcher. What did you expect? Did you expect greatness this year? I don't know. They won 100-something games last year. They lost to the Padres, 103 last year, and they lost to the Padres in the wild card round because, everything, they couldn't hit. They haven't been able to hit this season. Alonso, I agree with Bumbles. Let someone else pay him a lot of money. He's a 220 hitter, 30 home runs, 70 RB. I mean, he's below average, strikes out a lot. Let someone else pay him a lot of money. You worry about these guys. What are you going to give them? What are these? All these guys want big money. They want long contracts. And as you can see, with the Yankees with Stanton, that's the precursor. That's what we're going to see in a couple of years with Judge. Okay, he hit his 19th home run Saturday, sat out Sunday, precautionary. They're going to play Tampa Bay now. They're in last place. They're 9 games out. They're 3.5 games out in the wild card. The Mets are 6.5 games out in the wild card. They're 18 out in the division. I mean, you talk about 2 teams that it'd be better for them not to win anything. And then someone brought up point 2. Who are you going to get to replace Cashman and Boone? Well, Cashman's been there 25 years. I say bring someone else in. What's this team doing? Herman was supposed to pitch tonight. He's dealing with a physical issue. So now they brought up Johnny Brito. They sent Marinaccio down to the minors. Brito has been good for the Yankees pitching this year, but it's all about pitching all the time. What did I see this year? That Garrett Cole 9, no decisions. I mean, he left a 0-0 game on Friday. Now they're playing the Orioles. Orioles are the best team in the division, but still, I mean, they have a lot of games this year where they're not putting up anything. Yesterday, you had 6 runs without an out for Severino. I mean, he's pitched terrible against the Orioles his last 2 starts. He's looked terrible a lot of times. He says he's the worst pitcher in baseball. And maybe, you don't disagree with that. You concur with that. That's another thing. Severino has been so off. He worked on some, over the All-Star break, came back, pitched well, and then, but they are hitting the shit out of him. They lost 2 or 3 this weekend. You were hoping for us, but it was in Baltimore. You were hoping for them to gain some ground. They lost another game on the Orioles. Now they go home. They face Tampa Bay tonight. We're seeing them play Houston this weekend, which is a game behind Texas, which got swept this weekend by San Diego, which Jason was like, they can't win more than 3 games in a row. They're 52-54. You don't know if they're going to get rid of Soto. And the Yankees, now I hear maybe the Marlins are interested in Gleyber Torres. I say get rid of him. Get some prospects. I'm he's having a very good season. Well, he's hitting power, has some RBIs. What, he's hitting 260s. IKF is hitting 320 since middle of June, since late June 21st. Great. Bowers hit a home run yesterday. Bader hit a home run yesterday. I mean, there are so many. Higashioka grounded out on a 3-1 pitch with the bases loaded when, maybe they could have got a couple runs. What were they down at that point? 7-1? 8-1. I think it was 8-1. I mean, they could have, we're watching the game. I'm like, it's like, this is not a good team. You hope for the best, but it's just not a good team. And Severino's like pitching batting practice. And that's another thing that sucks. Since COVID, you can't get into the stadium now until 90 minutes before. And the whole thing was watching batting practice, but since COVID, they don't allow that anymore. Well, that's bullshit. You pay a lot, unless you're a VIP at Yankee Stadium. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. You know what? Because you want to see batting practice. It's going to be Lanker's daughter's first baseball game ever. You want to have time to walk around the stadium, have a good time and everything, watch some batting practice, show her the stadium, maybe take a tour of some shit. Yeah, 90 minutes before? No, not working for me. It's supposed to be gorgeous on Sunday, so that's great. I'm excited to go to the game. Left my goddamn Judge jersey at home yesterday. It happens. So I might go out this week. I might try to make a dentist appointment, see if I can still do that. And we'll see if that happens. I got to see if I can still get a time on Wednesday. We shall see. Yeah, the Mets perplexed. Nimmo is not, Is anybody a fan of Epler? What have they done? He gave Nimmo that big contract. Yes. Okay. But a lot of guys are underachieving this year.